Good afternoon. We are here in the parking lot of EPCOT because today is the very first official opening day of EPCOT. They had a few cast member preview days a couple of days ago, but today is the first day that regular day guests are coming in. So we are here at EPCOT to kind of give you an idea of what to expect if you're planning a trip to come out to Walt Disney World. So we're going to be showing off wait times, social distancing markings, any sort of new procedures that they have. We're also going to be showing off because today is the very first day of the Food and Wine Festival. So I don't think I'm going to be getting any food unless I can get it to go and take it home, because I just don't feel comfortable taking my mask off inside of the park around other people that also have their masks off. I don't have any problem eating the food. I just have a problem having my mask off while other people also have their mask off. So we'll see what we can find. We'll see what kind of food they have. See if there's anything different about the way that Food and Wine operates now that we are in the COVID-19 world. But for sure, we're gonna go inside and just have some fun. Here's something that's really interesting. We have a face mask vending machine. I don't know if you guys can see in there. I know it's kind of like reflecting, but this is over by the electric vehicle charging spots. And this is a face mask vending machine. So if you don't have a face mask, which is required to go into the Walt Disney World parks, you can buy one here. How much are they? Does it say? $2. That's not too bad. I definitely wanted to show you this. This is the Tram Drop Off and Pickup location, but there are no parking trams at the moment. And there's lots of social distancing markings out here for going up and having your temperature checked. Right now there is no line, but if there were, they've got the markings for it. So we've made it through security, and security here is the same as it was at Magic Kingdom, where you have to take any metal objects out of your bag and then go through the metal detector. But I also wanted to show you guys that the ticket booths have a new paint job. These are all the colors representing the different new areas of EPCOT. So you can kind of see all the different colors. And then the same as Magic Kingdom, use our magic band to come in. Hello! But we do not use a fingerprint scanner. Also, we have a banner for the Food and Wine Festival. I like the artwork for this year.
Please wear a face covering. Wash your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing. Thank you for your cooperation.
I also wanted to point out that all of the planters now have plants in them. And we've got some new lights here right as soon as we get in. And then the walls have moved. So now the walls are around the fountain that used to be here. And I think they are doing some heavy construction on it. And you can either go right, and that takes you over to the Seas with Nemo and Friends, or go left, and that'll take you over to Test Track Mission Space and World Showcase. Which way do you go to get to Spaceship Earth? That's like right in front of us. We'll go around and we'll see. Well, we made it around to Spaceship Earth, and it looks like you could go any way that you want to, because the construction wall that goes around where the fountain would be is just a circle. So you can come from either direction and make it over here to Spaceship Earth. I'm gonna see if I can go behind Spaceship Earth though. I don't think that I can. I think that's all blocked off still. So let's go see what the wait time for Spaceship Earth is first. There is no wait time. Just walk on. So there are some things that are still normal for EPCOT and for Food and Wine Festival, and that is the Scavenger Hunt Map. So here's Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak. Maps are available in here. And what you gotta do is you have to go around and try to find the little Remy statues and then put the sticker of the object that he's with. So like if he's with this eggplant or aubergine in the United Kingdom, you put that sticker on the United Kingdom spot. So just standing back here behind Spaceship Earth, I'm gonna give you guys an idea of the crowd level first. Then I also wanted to turn to the back of Spaceship Earth and show you that the construction walls are still there, and you cannot walk straight back behind Spaceship Earth. You either have to go towards the Seas with Nemo and Friends or towards Test Track. So we are gonna go towards the Seas with Nemo and Friends in this direction. I'm gonna be on the lookout for characters too, because I know that they have changed the way that we meet and greet characters. It's not really a meet and greet, it's more along the lines of like, you get to see a character off in the distance. Also wanted to give you guys an idea of crowd level in this direction. Definitely not a lot of people in the parks at the moment. Ooh, the Coral Reef restaurant is open, and it looks like there is nobody going in there. So seems like you could have the whole restaurant to yourself, and it is lunchtime right now, so be a nice private lunch. So one of the things that was advertised as being part of the Food and Wine Festival is merch for Flower and Garden, because Flower and Garden got cut short, and this would have been one of the locations, but it is closed, and there's another one over there that's also still closed. And then lots of construction still. Lots and lots of construction walls. There are lots of these merchandise booths that are not open anymore. Something I wanted to point out around the corner over here though is this is where the butterfly garden for Flower and Garden was, and the tent is gone and the butterflies have all flown away or are no longer with us, but some of the prop work is still back there. So the butterfly houses are still back there, and the different signage for the butterflies is still back there. So I wonder if they're gonna bring that back or why they haven't taken this out yet. I guess it's not hurting anybody being back here. So here's our first character interaction that we're seeing, and that's Pooh going up on the lawn there. He's kind of roaming around over here by the Imagination Pavilion. There he is, frolicking on the lawn. Being very careful. She's like, go up there. Waving at everybody. She's like, be very careful walking around on the grass. So I came over by Journey into Imagination to get a little bit closer to where Pooh is. There he is. So you don't have to be so far away from Winnie the Pooh to see a meet and greet. He's like, should I sit down? Should I have a picnic out here? I like this, it's fun. It's like a interesting way of seeing characters. Hiding behind the trees. I love this. This is adorable. Oh, watch out for that light. The other day I think Pooh knocked over a light. He's being careful. Backing away slowly. I think I like seeing characters better that way because you get an idea of their personality better. Now they get to hang out in the grass and like interact with their environment. Kind of really play it up. It's fun. So you'll have to excuse the noise from the reverse waterfall, but I wanted to show you they kind of put a pause on all the construction here in the center. Now you can't, they just haven't been doing anything. It looks exactly the same as it did the last time that we were at EPCOT. However, it does seem that they have pushed the construction malls out further, because I think that there were some food booths here for Flower and Garden. It's been so long since we've been here, I feel like I can't remember. Yeah, there definitely were food booths behind where this construction mall is now for Flower and Garden. So now that we have made it to directly behind Spaceship Earth and on the main walkway towards World Showcase, we've got some Food and Wine Festival decorations here. It looks like a little cake, but I don't know, what style would you describe this as? And you've got Emile over here and Remy up top. I also just noticed that this is a anniversary year for Food and Wine, the 25th anniversary. Stinks that this is what the Food and Wine Festival is like for the 25th year. They'll have to do it up really big for the 30th. I'm gonna have to really be on the lookout for where to get merchandise during all of this, because this is where I would normally come to show some of the Food and Wine or Flower and Garden merch closed. Also, the DVC or Disney Vacation Club membership information area is closed. The splash pad over here is closed. Oh, we do have a little hand washing station here though. Here's another question. Are the water fountains working? Sounds like sounds like they're running. Let's see. I don't think it's turned on. Most likely because they took the water supply to fill the hand washing station. I always like one lone physical distancing marking and a random dot. What do you guys think those are for? Probably for photos, right? So normally during the Food and Wine Festival, you would pick up a festival guide, and now they're offering it digitally. So if you guys want to, you can scan this and you will be able to see every single dish available at Food and Wine Festival this year. Let's see what they have at the Islands of the Caribbean though. Empanadas, spiced jerk chicken, flan cocho, passion fruit cake with coconut flan. Sounds kind of good. Are they just giving out like normal? Oh, you got some plexiglass protecting the cast members, but are the meals coming out just the same as they did last year? I think so. I think you just get a plate. I was thinking maybe they would have pre-packaged food that I could take home, but I don't think so. I think they're preparing it fresh here, and then you eat it at one of the tables, which there are tables available with physical distancing in mind. They're spread out, so you can gather around a table and eat your food safely. Which admittedly, my concern was taking off my mask around other people that have their masks off. And it's looking like there's so few people here that I could be safe. So, I don't know if I'll get anything this time, but I will get another reservation for EPCOT during the Food and Wine Festival, so maybe we'll try it that day. I wanted to show you the new single-use utensil dispensers. We showed these at Magic Kingdom, but the one that I showed only had spoons. This one's got fork, knife, and spoon. So you know which one to grab. If you want a knife, you grab here from the center, fork over there, or spoon on this side. Normally this would be a meet and greet area, but it is currently not a meet and greet because they don't have any meet and greets. So instead of saying who is at the meet and greet, we've got some Food and Wine Festival artwork. I like this a lot. I like this artwork. It's cool looking. I also really like that the avocado plays a large role in the artwork this year. You can see out in World Showcase Lagoon, they still have all the barges set up for EPCOT Forever. They are not doing any fireworks at the moment. That could change in the future, but right now, EPCOT Forever is not running. No fireworks are actually running at any of the Walt Disney World parks. And as a result of that, they have this space where normally they would leave this open so that they could set up later during the fireworks for the Frozen Ever After fireworks package. But now they don't have to set up for that at the end of the day, so they have some tables here, some picnic tables for anybody to come and sit at. Kind of a lot of picnic tables all over the place. So lots of places to sit down, relax, and eat. Kind of interesting that they've moved some of the booths around. So Earth Eats typically isn't in this location. Normally it's kind of like back yonder over there, but now it's over here. This is where you can get all kinds of vegetarian stuff. Did want to give you a quick look at this menu. We have tried some of these last year. Oh, that chocolate pudding terrarium was so good. Ooh, dang.
I was not expecting this terrarium to look like this. What, is that wasabi?
No, that's matcha.
Oh.
Yeah, let's give it a try.
What are these little like chia seeds?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow.
That's actually really good. It tastes like chocolate pudding.
Does it?
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Is the flour edible?
Yeah, everything's edible.
Mmm. Is the container edible? I'm just kidding.
Hey, try this. It's good.
Okay. Mmm.
That's good, right?
Yeah, I love this.
It's not really refreshing like we were looking for on a hot day, but it is delicious.
Are those chia seeds or are they like Rice Krispies?
I don't know. We'll have to look.
Mmm.
I'll find out.
I love this. What are these red things?
Those are, what are the pomegranate seeds?
Mmm.
Yeah? Are you gonna eat, do you want one of your own?
Sorry. What the heck?
We can get another one.
I love that.
Okay, we'll get another one.
No, I just wanted to have half of yours. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
It was good.
Here's something that's interesting. We've got the festival market, and this is all flower and garden merch in here. A little bit of a line to get in, so I might see if I can get in there and have a look at some of the merchandise in there. Yeah, lots and lots of flower and garden stuff. We still got some pass holder merch too. Huh. Yeah, this is neat. Oh, I like this Orange Bird Aloha shirt. See if I can see a price on this one. $64.99. And then the Orange Bird Spirit jersey. And the Orange Bird ears. Wow. So yeah, still lots of flower and garden merch available if you were interested in buying it. So I just talked to the cast member inside of that merchandise booth, and they said that for right now, the only merchandise that they have is for flower and garden. There is no Food and Wine Festival merchandise yet. They said that they'll roll out the Food and Wine merchandise closer to when Food and Wine would have normally started. So the other thing that they said is that the prizes for Remy's Hide and Squeak Scavenger Hunt are the same as they were for Spike's Pollination Nation Scavenger Hunt from Flower and Garden for the time being. Probably around the same time that the merch rolls out for Food and Wine Festival is when they'll change the prizes to the typical Food and Wine Festival prizes for Remy's Hide and Squeak. Confusing? Oh, this is interesting. So this is back behind where Mariachi Cobre normally performs, and this is where they would have all of the hand drums and hats and things that people would be trying on all the time. Completely cleared out. and the shop behind it is closed. As we're getting closer to Frozen Ever After, the Frozen ride, I wanted to show you that the line stretches all the way out to here, outside of the Norway Pavilion. I wonder what the actual wait time is though. Definitely a long line. Also wanted to point out that Akershus is closed, but it is a relaxation station where you can go inside and take your mask off and relax for a little bit. This is an interesting section where physical distancing markings meet up. So you got the physical distancing markings for going into Akershus, which transverses the physical distancing markings for Frozen Ever After. It's only a 30-minute wait though. So that's kind of interesting. So there it is. Probably one of the only times that you'll see such a short wait time for Frozen Ever After. 30 minutes. Some of it to do with low capacity in the park, some of it to do with the fact that FastPass Plus is no longer available. I don't know if you guys can see this up there, but it looks like we just missed Anna and Elsa. You can hear the music, and way off in the distance, there is a stagecoach, or I don't know what you call it. Is that called a stagecoach that's heading backstage? Oh, they weren't heading backstage. They were just headed in this direction. You guys know I got a bum ankle, but I'm gonna try to catch up with them. Oh, so here's a Food and Wine Festival booth that is not available currently. They got a sign out front that says coming this fall. So I'm assuming that there will be some other booths that are not open currently, but will open closer to the time that Food and Wine would have typically started. All right, I did it. I made it out in front of them. There's Elsa, looking back at her sister. I like that they have Frozen 2 music. That's pretty fun. Yeah, that was interesting. It's like a really long parade. So I saw them over by China, and I finally caught up with them, what, 2.5 pavilions down at Germany. It was a little bit hard on my ankle, but I caught up to them, and then we got to see Anna and Elsa just kind of going along, waving at people. It's very fascinating to see that that's how they're doing characters now, because Royal Summer House, where you would normally meet them, is closed, but they're walking a good distance around the park. I wonder where they go backstage and where they came out. I'm assuming they came out in between Norway and China, because there is an opening there. Yeah, here's another booth. The Spain booth is not here yet, but it's supposed to be coming this fall. And I'm rocking out to this Frozen 2 music. Well, they didn't go backstage where I thought they were gonna go backstage. They're still going. Wow. I wonder how long this processional is. Another little random interesting fact is that they are still running the friendships between the countries here in EPCOT, but they're not running the boats between the EPCOT resorts and EPCOT or Hollywood Studios. So like if you were staying at Boardwalk, you couldn't take the boat to International Gateway to get to EPCOT. You would have to walk or take a bus, which the bus seems a lot longer than walking to the International Gateway. It does feel good to be back at Disney though, doesn't it? There's plenty of space to physically distance from people. Not busy at all. So this area to the left of Regal Eagle Smokehouse is where I thought for sure Anna and Elsa were gonna go backstage, but they continued in this direction even further through World Showcase. Also, another little strange occurrence is that this is a functional mailbox during normal times. But right now, you cannot mail letters from here. No mail pickup, currently. So the earlier water fountain that we saw that wasn't working next to one of these hand washing stations, I guess it was just turned off, because this one right here does work. So normally during Food and Wine Festival over here in the America Gardens Theater, they would have Eat to the Beat, where they would have big name bands come out and play concerts multiple times a day. But right now, Eat to the Beat has been canceled for this year. So at America Garden Theater, they're having Marimba de las Americas and the Jameters playing different sets throughout the day. Over here at the America Pavilion, they have hops and barley, and it smells real good. Let's see what's on the menu. Look at this physical distancing line. It's huge. Lots and lots of space. Oh, okay. So this is the same sort of stuff that they had during... They had this during Flower and Garden? I think they did. That carrot cake looks good though. All
right, so I got the seafood boiled. It has half an ear of corn, shrimp, mussels. I think there's a crawfish or two in there. There's some potatoes, and there's some I think that's like Old Bay seasoning, and then there's some beer broth in the bottom. This is a pretty big portion, to be honest. I didn't think it was gonna be this big. I'm gonna get a little bit of the broth with my mussel. Mussel's good. So there is my crawfish tail. Pretty good. Tastes like crawfish. And then let's try a potato. Not very flavorful. I have to say, I don't think I would get this again. There's not a lot of flavor in it. Even the corn doesn't really have any seasoning on it. So, I don't think this was worth it.
You can see over here in the Japan Pavilion, they have that frothy ramen. We 100% tried that. And this flower pot. Jen tried that for sure. You know what it kind of looks like?
What?
It's like hot dog casserole, like hot dog spaghetti. There's no hot dogs in there.
No.
But like beans and spaghetti.
And then there's like this.
Oh no. Look at it, look.
Mmm. Tastes good. Oh wait, leave some of the froth for me though.
Yeah, there's still, oh man, that sauce in there. We didn't get any napkins. I'm gonna make a mess. That's not terrible.
No, is it? I just thought it would be refreshing because it's cold.
It kind of is.
Okay.
It's like a cold savory thing. So because I said cold hot dog noodles,
Is that what you taste
kind
now?
of taste hot dogs.
Oh no.
Well,
Let me try it.
it does have a teriyaki or like a soy sauce on it, so we get a little bit of salt in there. And then the noodles just really reminded me of hot dog noodles.
Water on it.
What do you think? Do you hate it?
It's colder. Well, it's colder than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's chilled, not just
Yeah.
like room temperature. Tell us your honest opinion.
I wish it was hot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Even though it's a like muggy day?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. It's okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't order this again.
I mean, me neither. But if I were like after the hurricane, if this was all we had to eat,
Yeah.
I would eat this.
Yeah. If I
I
had,
wouldn't throw it away.
No, I can't believe that lady took one bite and threw
Oh
it
yeah,
away.
we saw somebody take one bite and throw the entire thing away.
It's a waste of money.
But I mean, if you hate it, you hate it. But at the same time, this is not bad enough that I would throw it away. So we've made it almost all the way around World Showcase, and after looking at a few of the menus at a few of the booths, I believe that these are mostly Flower and Garden Festival menus. So it's good to know. And from what they were saying about the merchandise, I would imagine, and some of the booths being closed, I think that they're going to change some of the menus a little bit later in the year. So you could basically come to two different festivals. So basically what we're at right now is Flower and Garden without all of the flowers, but with the same food and the same merchandise. Well, they're calling it Food and Wine.
Thank you for visiting us today.
You're welcome,
Just a few
Omniscient
reminders.
Voice. So another thing that I noticed about the menus is they still have the Disney Dining Plan icons for items that were available for the Disney Dining Plan, even though Disney has canceled the Disney Dining Plan for 2020. So the Remy Topiary is the only topiary that we've seen that is still here from Flower and Garden Festival. And it makes sense because Remy is a mascot for Food and Wine Festival. You see him on all of the advertisements and in all of the graphics around the park. So it makes sense that his topiary would still be here. Side note, Disney Skyliner started running again and accepting guests. So I wanted to come down over here. This is the France Pavilion. I wanted to come to the right side and show you this construction wall here because this is where the extension to the France Pavilion is, where Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is going to be. And you can see there's an archway here that says Ratatouille. So this is going to be an entirely new section of the France Pavilion. It looks good. And then another view of the Skyliner. Doesn't look like anybody's riding it at all, but it is running and transporting guests from the different resorts and from Hollywood Studios. Even though you can't do any park hopping, so there's no real point in going between here and Hollywood Studios, you can get to the resorts from here or from the resorts to Hollywood Studios or EPCOT from specific Skyliner resorts such as the Riviera, Caribbean Beach, Pop Century, and Art of Animation. So earlier I was trying to figure out how far Anna and Elsa went around the park. And I look down at the sidewalk here and I can see scuff marks from horse hooves across this bridge. So I don't know if that's purely Anna and Elsa going all the way around the park, but definitely some horse goes very far. As we head into the UK, I wanted to show you guys here next to the fish and chip shop. It's another relaxation station. There are 3 in EPCOT, and this is number 2. The third one is over in Future World, and we will make it to that before the end of the day. But I want to head through the tea garden here because I think I see Alice back here. So this would be where Alice's meet and greet is, all the way in the back of the UK Pavilion. A very physically distanced meet and greet. Well, it looks like she's all done for the day. So she's headed backstage. But if we had gotten here just a few minutes earlier, would have been able to meet Alice up on this stage here. So you can see these dots on the ground here are spaces for people to stand for physical distancing. And I don't know if that's for Alice. There is also a piano up on stage here, which is not typically up there. There's not typically a piano on this stage because this is normally where the British Revolution plays. I don't think that the British Revolution are coming back. I believe they played their last show before shutdown. So maybe the piano player from Rose and Crown will play out here, which would seem interesting. And then if you wanted to watch them, you just stand on these spots here. So while we're all the way back in the back of the UK Pavilion, I wanted to turn and show you guys what one of the Remy statues for Remy's Hide and Squeak looks like. Here he is with what looks like cucumbers. So if you were playing the game, doing the scavenger hunt, you would put the cucumber sticker on the UK spot on the map. So I don't know why, but I typically find this section in between the UK and Canada one of the busiest sections of the park. And I wanted to give you guys a shot down this walkway so you guys could see the crowd level. It's not so bad. You're welcome, Omniscient Voice. Well, this is interesting. Back in World Showplace, which is between Canada and the UK, there's just like another multi-purpose space. Inside of this gigantic area, they have 4 more food booths. I was walking through World Showcase, and this person in a hat came up and approached me.
How'd you recognize me?
I barely did. Where'd you get that hat from?
I got it at Disney Springs.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where at Disney Springs?
Next to where you take the amphicars.
The boathouse.
Next to the boathouse. The other next to the boat, not the boathouse, but adjacent to the boathouse. There's a hat shop there.
Oh!
So
the
I got this hat from
At
the
a hat shop.
I noticed now at the property, the parks have Disney hats like this. But this is a branded hat.
Right.
So I'm going against the grain.
It's true, but it looks good.
Thank you.
I like it.
So I have that, I have this to shade the sun, and I have this to shade the sun.
You know what you need to get? They sell these space umbrellas. They're awesome. They're reflective.
Bounces off of it?
Bounces off of it. It's like 20 degrees cooler underneath that umbrella.
I'm gonna get, where do you get them?
Amazon. I got 2 of them. They're fantastic.
Only 2 left?
No, but I bought 2 of them.
Oh, you could get, there's 2 different ones.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant
There's
only
more than
2
2 different
left.
ones. I just
Gonna say,
own 2 of them.
They must be pricey.
They are. $50.
Not bad.
That's bad for an
I mean,
umbrella.
this is like 30.
That was a $30 umbrella?
It's a Disney umbrella. It's like $24.99 plus tax.
Okay.
Don't make me do math.
It's good to see you, Adam.
It's good to see you too.
When we came for Flower and Garden Festival, the chicken that I got from this citrus blossom booth was so good. Highly recommend if you're coming out to the Food and Wine Festival.
So this is the citrus chicken, and it looks so delicious. I'm interested to see what this tastes like.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it looks good.
Whoa. That is super citrusy. I was not expecting that much like citrus punch in it.
Is it the sauce on top, or what is it?
I think it's the breading.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow, that is really good.
What is it, like lemony?
No, it's like orangey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like an orange juice chicken.
Wow, that's weird.
I would eat a sandwich with this. Like
Yeah?
a chicken sandwich made out of this chicken. That would be awesome.
How is the chicken though? Is it dry or
No,
anything?
it's perfect.
Wow.
Yeah. Nice and tender and crispy. It's good. I love this. I want to order this. I'm going to go over there and get another one. That is so, I bet you there's other good stuff around though, so.
That's true.
Next time we come back, I'm definitely getting that though. So we made it all the way around World Showcase. Now I'm going to head into Future World, but on this side, see if I can find the last relaxation station. So as we're headed into Future World, which is, just to give you guys an idea, over here, this is Test Track, and you can see Spaceship Earth over there. And this is the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind building, that blue building over there. We're headed towards the EPCOT experience. I'm not going to go inside the EPCOT experience, but I did talk to some people that just went through it, and apparently they've removed some scenes from it. So they removed Spaceship Earth from the EPCOT experience, and they removed the Mary Poppins scene from the EPCOT experience. So who knows what that means? So that doesn't necessarily mean that they are not redoing Spaceship Earth and not doing the Mary Poppins thing over in the UK Pavilion, but maybe they're delaying them? You never know. Who knows? It could mean any number of things. It's not confirming or denying anything. Just thought that it was interesting that is what they did. They took out those 2 scenes. So over here by Test Track, and it is down at the moment, but they are running it during the reopening. It's just right now the ride went down. But since we're over by Test Track, I wanted to show you guys the last relaxation zone, relaxation station. You can kind of see it right there behind that rope. I just need to find out where the entrance is. I think it's probably around the corner over here by Mission Space. As we are walking past Test Track, I'm going to pan back down this little alleyway and show you that green building back there is Space 220, and it has we haven't gotten any update on it, but they still do have construction walls up around the front side of Mission Space, where the entrance to Space 220 would be. So you can see those black construction walls right there. I'm gonna see if I can see anything from this direction about the restaurant. Maybe a sign or something? Nope, I do not see any signs for Space 220. But I wanted to point in this direction. This is the old Wonders of Life Pavilion, and this is where there's going to be a new area called the Play Pavilion. And I wanted to zoom in on these boxes up on the roof. These could be anything. These could be replacement panels for the actual roof itself. They could be putting solar panels up there. They could be putting lights up there. Could be anything. But I did think that it was interesting to see that these boxes are just up there strapped to the roof. So as we look back at Mission Space, we're just talking about the Play Pavilion. I want to show you some artwork for the Play Pavilion. I'm not really sure what the theme of the Play Pavilion is. It sounds like it's just a giant indoor playground. But I wanted to show you, this is the entrance over here to the relaxation station. Another place where you can sit and take your mask off and physically distance from other people while you relax. Get some air and take some shade in. There's another splash pad over here called Liquid Layers that is currently closed, turned off. No splash pad at the moment. This is kind of over by where the old Mouse Gear used to be. And then the new location of Mouse Gear is right here. And right outside of the new Mouse Gear location, we've got another topiary. We got Bambi and Flower and Thumper. Over here are these mister stations. You can see they've got the nozzles where it would spray a mist of water out, and these are turned off at the moment. Over here at Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, here's something that's a little bit disheartening, is that these all used to be solar panels up on the roof here when this was Ellen's Energy Adventure. And they took all the solar panels off, and now it looks like they're just putting kind of like roofing material up there rather than putting solar panels back. Maybe they'll put solar panels on top of that, which doesn't really make any sense. They would have just put the solar panels on the frames. Dang, I hope we do get solar panels back on this attraction. Another thing to note is that the monorail from Ticket and Transportation to Epcot is not running at the moment, so we won't ever look up and say monorail for the time being. As we are passing by the side of Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, I wanted to point out these lights over here, and then these smaller versions of them over here. These are really neat looking, very futuristic, and I think they fit the theme of Future World very well here at Epcot. I think they're kind of, this is a light video now, like light blog. Wanted to get one last look at Spaceship Earth before leaving. Just a 5-minute wait, and I have a feeling that 5 minutes is just the walk up the ramp here to get inside. Not a wait at all to get on Spaceship Earth. Also, nobody around me over here. So there you have it. That was our trip out to the very first day of Epcot reopening officially. Like I said, there were some cast member previews the last 2 days, but today is the very first official reopening day of Epcot. Food and Wine Festival is going on. Kind of an interesting mix of Food and Wine Festival and Flower and Garden Festival. It seems like the menus are still Flower and Garden Festival menus. Maybe they'll change, maybe they won't. We didn't get any sort of confirmation if the food was going to change. One of the cast members did say that the merchandise would change, and the prizes for Remy's Hide and Squeak will change too. So it feels pretty good around here. There's a lot of space. I'm able to maintain physical distance from everybody else. It's very easy to do. Everybody's wearing their masks. Lots and lots of interesting character interactions. I like these a lot better than meet and greets. It is harder to get a photo with you and say like Pooh one-on-one, but it is neat to be able to see the way that Pooh interacts with his environment, or interesting to see Anna and Elsa, almost like a little parade, but not quite, a cavalcade, or something like that. So, all in all, it was a fantastic day at Epcot. So with that being said, we are off. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And now it's time to help. So today's organization that we want to shine a spotlight on is Coded by Kids. Coded by Kids provides young people between the ages of 8 and 18 from underrepresented groups with software development, digital design, computer science and tech startup focused entrepreneurship education programs. So if you guys want to, take a look in the description down below. There'll be a link down there to Coded by Kids. Have a look at their website, learn a little bit more about their program. If you can, donate. If not, just learning about them and talking about it with your friends and family, just kind of getting the word out there definitely helps. So thank you guys for watching this video.